Yesterday I did a video on the .40 Smith & Wesson and how I thought it was one of the best carry rounds you could possibly choose. Well, that video spurred a lot of people to ask me, well, do I think it's the best carry round? And if not, what do I think is the best carry round someone can choose? Well, you know, there's a couple of different ways to look at what's the best carry round. The first way you got to look at it, and really the only way that matters, is you got to look at what's the best carry round for you. You know, I can't do that for you. Only you can do that. It depends on which round do you shoot the best. That, you know, is still performing at a level that is adequate for self-defense. If you shoot 9mm better than 45, then 9mm is better for you. If you shoot 45 better than you shoot 9mm, well, then 45 is better for you. If you shoot 40 better, then 40 is better for you. I personally, what I like the best, and I think most people already know this, is I like .357 Magnum. That's my favorite carry round. That doesn't mean it's the best carry round for everybody else, because I don't think it is. Now, if you carry a revolver, it probably is the best carry round in my opinion, but most people don't carry revolvers. And then there's a lot of people that also say, well, the .357 Magnum is just way too loud to carry for a self-defense round. What do you say to that? Well, to those people, I usually say, what? You know, because that's one of the good things about losing your hearing, is because you don't have to listen to those whiny bitches bitch about how loud the .357 Magnum is. You know, and I've been married for 25 years. If I had to lose a little hearing to defend my life, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I got 2 kids and, you know, there's a lot of things I wish I didn't hear. So it wouldn't be the worst thing. And you know, and I have suffered some hearing loss from .357 Magnum. Now, usually I won't, because I'm shooting at the range and I'm shooting .38 Special, or I'm using hearing protection, so it's not a big deal. Now, I did have an ND with a .357 Magnum not too long ago. Most of you know the hang fire I had. And that was in a little cubicle inside of an indoor range, and that did rupture my eardrum. It's healed back now. Now I don't really notice much of a difference. Than I already had ringing in my ear anyway from the military, so I don't really notice much of a difference. I probably lost some hearing, but don't notice it. So if I ever had to defend myself again, hopefully it wouldn't be inside of a little plastic cubicle, so it wouldn't be as bad, but you know, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But like I was saying, .357 Magnum is the best for me, but it's probably not the best for everybody. I mean, I can realize that because it's personal preference. A lot of people can't separate what's the best from what they like the best. And that's easy to do for me. I mean, I drive a Jeep Wrangler. If you drive a Jeep Wrangler, you know that on the highway, their performance is horrendous. They handle like bricks at high speed. The fuel economy is horrible. The wind noise is horrible. The ride's a little rough. And if you ever want to know mortal terror, be doing 70, 75 miles an hour on the interstate and then have to slam on the brakes. I was confessing my sins, and I'm not even a person who believes in anything religious. So yeah, if you want to know terror, stomp the brakes at 75 miles an hour in a Jeep Wrangler. But it's still my favorite vehicle I've ever owned by far. So I can say it's my favorite vehicle, but I don't say it's the best vehicle. It's just the best for me. And that's the way it is with ammo. But you know, if you had to ask me which one is the best just purely on the physical characteristics and the performance of the round, well, I'm going to have to say that I think the best round is not the .40, it is the .357 SIG. Because the .357 SIG has like the best of all worlds, plus a little something extra. It handles a little better than the .40, I think, which makes sense because you're shoving less mass down the barrel. It's a smaller round. It's like a 9mm bullet in a .40 casing. And since it isn't a .40 casing, you know, you get as many rounds as you would a .40, but like I say, I think it handles a little better. And ballistically, I mean, it's awesome ballistically. You put some Underwood ammo in there or some Corbon ammo in there, and you're talking about nearly .357 Magnum performance when you're looking at 125 grain bullets. So it is like the .357 Magnum of semi-automatic handguns, if you ask me. So it is just a wonderfully performing round. And, you know, like I said, it's a smaller round. It doesn't overperform. Some people worry about overperformance. I don't really ever get that, but it's a great round period. So people who like 9mm like it. People who like high caliber rounds like it because it performs really well. It's just a really great round overall. And then it has that plus that I talked about. Not only is it a great performing round, has super ballistics, has good bullet weights, has a good variety of bullets available, but also that extra plus that it has is that it's a bottleneck cartridge. A bottleneck cartridge pretty much eliminates one of the biggest failure issues for semi-automatic handguns, and that is feeding issues. When you have a bottleneck cartridge like that, you almost never experience a feeding issue. It pretty much eliminates them. So not only do you have a great performing round that's not too large of a round. You know, some people don't like great big giant bullets because they don't penetrate as well or whatever. But, you know, you have the good bullet, you have the good power, but you also eliminate one of the biggest reasons guns fail in a semi-automatic platform, and that is, like I said, feeding issues. So if you had to ask me on paper which round I thought was the best, it'd be the 357 SIG. For me, it's the 357 Magnum, and for you, only you can decide that, and you're the ones going to have to decide that. But like I said, if it comes down to just which round, based on its physical characteristics, is the very best carry round, I'm going to have to say, once again, it's the 357 SIG. You ain't even my real dad.